Welcome back to the Love and Focus, the podcast for mums where we explore, discover, building community with our only child. And yes, you're listening. And so I want to say, are you ready to start laughing? Because I'm like, wait a minute. Am I ready to start laughing? I crack myself up anyways. So let's get busy. Okay, why am I talking so loud? Because no one's at home right now. My goodness. Hold on. Okay, I just want to stop recording, but I am going to keep going because episode 2, let's get it rolling for next week. So, here is my topic. As I was listening to myself, the first episode, and I was like, you know what? There's so many golden nuggets. Like the chicken nuggets we tend to give. Now, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a inside. Most times, well, not all times, when we go out to a restaurant, my daughter loves chicken nuggets like I love fried chicken and chippies. So, if we go to a certain restaurant, it doesn't matter actually whatever restaurant, she's going to order 99% chicken nuggets and fries. And I don't think it's a one child or it's an only child thing. I'm sure it's multiple children. But hey, if your child eats a variety of food, whew, I have other friends and their children. They just like their taste buds. They are good. They love tasting a variety of food. Olivia, it depends. And now that I'm saying it, I really should be mindful of what I'm saying because partly of doing this podcast, I'm 20 years time or in the future, years from now, I'm hoping that one of my great great grandchildren will be able to get access to this podcast. And so I want to be mindful and be loving in how I present my daughter because she's not old enough yet, and frankly, I have not given her a microphone and have invited her as a guest speaker yet because I feel that she will tell everyone how much I sleep. If I say, does mommy play with you and let everybody know that I play, she might, depending on the day, she might say, no, mommy, you sleep quite a bit. Or she'll tell my business. So because of that, I'm going to be mindful of how I present her to you because it is from my perspective, but I also want to be honoring and encouraging and loving to her as well because her children, or she decides to have children, one day they're going to hear how she was up to 6 years old, and as we continue to do this podcast. So, and she might decide to do a podcast later on in life as she gets older. And I would love her to present me in a way that is honoring and respectful. So that's enough about that. But getting back to building community with our only child. So the first episode I talked about going to the library. And the second one is, as I was thinking about when you go to the library, and I was thinking, what if you're an introvert and you see a parent and your child is playing and they're having a wonderful time and you really would love to talk to another parent, but you're a bit shy? I'm here to tell you the first step that is really simple is to smile at someone. So maybe the second time you go, just smile. Can you see me? For those who can't see, that's listening to me on Spotify. I'm just smiling. He's just smiling. But no, I said you can't see me on smiling. I mean, hello. On YouTube, because I have a YouTube channel and I'm putting this on the podcast section. I'm smiling. So, and the reason why I say that is a good first step is because the next time, it might take you 2 or 3 goes, you might see that parent again and you can say hello. Now, you might say, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can say hello. Yes, you can. And you can practice by saying hello to the librarian. And then the librarian, if she's a good librarian, she will most likely introduce you to another mum. She'll be like, oh, but you're from so-and-so? Well, I know this mum. She just moved too. And so typically there's always one person that will, I hope, that would introduce you to someone else. And here's a funny story. I think I've smiled at people, and I think my smile, I don't know if it became like, okay, that lady is just smiling, but now it's like, is it a weird smile? So that's a good tip. If you're an introvert and you say, hello, how you doing? And that's always a good, just start small. Say hello, nice, and just nod your head. And then the next time you go to the library, if you see a familiar face, say, oh, how old is your child? That's always a good question. That's a good tip. How old is your child? Oh, my child is, and then you say the name. It's always good to have the other person, like a conversation. You ask a question, they ask. Sometimes I have asked a question and I feel like I'm the only one. So it feels like it's an interview, but there's more of an engagement where the other person's talking. So I hope that's a helpful tip. And mom, you're listening? I know you are, because just letting you know you can do it. Okay. Oh, I crack myself up. And you know what? As I'm talking, I apologize, starters. Like, I am running out of breath, and it's not because I have been running around. I think because when I talk, I'm like, oh, okay, and I'm sorry, like, is this lady just going to get on with the point? Okay, so if you hear me breathing, I'm going to practice as I get better on this podcast journey, how to talk without going, hello, because that's going to be annoying. Okay, so that's tip number one. Another tip is, I was thinking about um, how to build a community. It's always because I was thinking about the mum who, woman of the, have a mother-in-law or a sister-in-law or someone in the family. So for me, it was different because I had my in-laws, and they were such a wonderful support. But if you and your husband don't have anyone, like you don't have family in that community, and you don't have any friends, you're really starting new. And so we talked about going to the park. So a good thing about going to a park, if you can get access, is, once again, as you are meeting adults, and if you see a group of people, just smile. And mums, I've been at where I've seen mums, and there's a group of them, and my daughter will, Olivia, she will like prance around the kids, like she's checking them out. And kids are really awesome. They're like, huh, that girl's just dodging up and down. She's doing her little, hi, you want to play? And it works. And so I do my best. I kind of I always follow her. I want to make sure I keep an eye on my daughter. But also, if she plays with any child, I am also looking for that parent. So typically, a parent will stay close to their child. Sometimes they won't move. They'll be on a chair looking at their cell phone. And if they make contact with that child, and I go, okay, I think that's a parent, I will go over and sit. I mean, not sit close, but sit where they could hear me, and like, hi, um, yeah, our children are playing together. And once again, I say, my name is Four. This is Olivia. And probably, most times the other parent will say, oh, hello, are you new to this town? Or, okay, no, they won't really say new to this town. They generally, parents will say, hello, how you, and then that's pretty much it. And then once again, I'll say, oh, do you come here often? So it might be a little bit nerve-wracking, because here's the thing, mothers, I love you, but you've got to step out and say those questions. How are you? Um, and let them know, hi, my name is for, you don't even say child's name. You want to engage. And the reason why, because it gets easier. And then it doesn't have to be like a full conversation. You're not asking them for their social security number or where they live. You just want to have a little snippet. You're putting little seeds, letting them know who you are. So sometimes, maybe that mom might, oh, well, we just started coming to this park. Then you could ask, oh, I'm so glad because I'm new to this community. And then you can ask them questions like, I'm looking for places that my child is interested in. Can you recommend some? And seriously, a lot of times that parent, I ask that question, parents are like, oh yeah, my child went to so and so and so, or they might just say no. I mean, I'm going to tell you a story. I asked the mom, I said hello, and she said hello. And then I said, hello, my name is For. And her child and Olivia, they were playing, having a wonderful time at the park. And I was asking her questions like, oh, so do you come here often? And she had her cell phone and she was looking down. She's like, mm-hmm. And then I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll ask her another question. And I think I asked her two or three other questions, and I really felt like the vibe was, I'm here to relax. Please don't bother me. But because sometimes I'm like, oh, she needs a friend. I'm a friend. I keep asking her questions until I realized where she just was not responding nor looking up. I thought, oh, she just needs some time to herself. And she does not want to talk to me. So in that case, do not um, just laugh about it later. And just me, I just kind of moved away from her because I felt like maybe I was sitting a bit too close and she just needed her space. Oh, I cracked myself up. And just letting you know, I have done, you think that was my first lesson, but I have done that quite a few times. So, moms, you're listening out there and like, how does it get better? Yes, it does. Meeting people does get better. But every now and then, like we all do, sometimes we just don't want to talk to people. We just want to, my child is playing, I don't need to entertain. I can just read a book or close my eyes or watch a movie or watch YouTube. And this mother is she is just asking me questions and I don't want to talk. And that's okay. Just say, okay, then I understand that. I was like that. Maybe she'll talk to me the next time I see her at the park. Maybe she'll see me and she'll just like avoid the next time. But that's okay, moms. Just letting you know, it has happened to me multiple times. But as long as you keep making little steps, introducing yourself, and you will have to, here's a tip again, you will have to have, be the one to start the conversation. So I always tell Olivia and my husband, hey, if you want to have a friend, you need to be a friend. And sometimes that means stepping out of your comfort zone to build friends so you get to know them and they get to know you. Because remember, you are an awesome person. You're loving, you're doing the best you can with the time that's given. So just letting you know, if it doesn't work out, well, at least your child got to play at the park and they're having a wonderful time. And if anything, congratulate yourself. Be kind to yourself, mums. And I said that to a lot of mums. Hey, be kind to yourself. We are just giving out and we're loving on people. So well done. If you are doing that already, keep going. Keep introducing yourself and be encouraged that you're having a conversation with other people. And then as you keep going to these same places, you'll see them, another mom, and they'll start waving, and then you get to know their names, and then it's it'll be slow, but it'll be worth it because you don't want to be like me and chase after a mom and then just follow them around. Because yes, have I done that? Yeah, I did. And that's another story. You do not want to be a stalker, a walker stalker. No, let it go, like on Frozen. Let it go. Let that one go. Okay, then. Thanks for joining me. See you next week. Bye.